What's up, my gnomies? This is Dour Gnome Adventures. I am your GM, Ryan. We have Matt playing on the witch, Verkog.
I love that. Kind of like it's a musical instrument. On the witch is Rez. Hi, everybody.
Mark is playing the cleric, Warpriest Tad.
Hi.
And we got Brian at the controls of the rogue, Cinderspark.
Hola, mi gentes.
And Dimitri is playing a tune with that bard Bob.
Yeah, just in the back cheering. Hello.
What's up, guys? You ready for some Pathfinder tonight?
Always.
Probably not.
We'll see. Let me roll to see how ready I am. Oh, of course, it's an 18 now, when it doesn't matter.
Very nice.
I'm ready. I'm very ready.
You passed your perception.
I managed to find the session. Yay.
The temperature has finally dropped under 85 degrees around here. I am very pleased.
Yeah, we had a storm roll through last night or the night before. It must have been the night before. Because yesterday it was like mid to low 70s. Today it was back up around 80.
All right.
Brother, it's been raining on and off for about a week now, so I'm still in the thick of it.
Ooh.
That seems like a Carolina thing to begin with.
Yeah, it's that kind of time.
I remember when I lived in Georgia, because I lived in Augusta.
Okay.
And in the summer, like every day at 5 o'clock, it just downpoured for like 10 minutes.
That sounds very Florida to me.
It does sound very Florida, but that would be like more of a 2-minute thing, and then you it turns around and you have a bright sun, a shiny day. So you start doing something again, and then you're like, oh well, let's get out there, and then it starts pouring again once you're actually out there. And like, okay, thank you, Florida.
So I thought I would ask, what are you guys thinking of the adventure so far?
I think we haven't fucked it up yet.
Yeah, there is that.
Well, no, we haven't fucked it up in an obvious way yet. Behind the screen, He might be panicking.
I feel like we may have rushed a little bit to get to the village itself and maybe missed out on some role-playing material, but I'm interested in the way that it's going. And the role play from last session with the shipwright was beautiful.
Burger.
I probably should have pronounced that a little different.
His name is Burger.
But I like Burger now.
Well, is that his first name or his last name?
First.
Okay, then his last name must be Ham.
Could be
Ham?
Could be Master too.
Ooh, or Flipper.
It's Flip This House, but with boats.
Yeah, you can have the boat your way.
Tonight on Flip This Boat.
Definitely a new game on Steam next summer. It's a Ship Flipper.
Actually, that might be Sea of Thieves. If you've seen videos, apparently there's there's a glitch in that it's a pirate game, but occasionally the boats they stop standing upright and they start listing, which is normal for a boat. Except in video game physics fashion, they list and then they keep listing and they pick up speed and they just spin out.
Yeah,
I was about to say, are they doing barrel rolls?
Yes.
They are doing aileron rolls without an aileron.
Well, they then go airborne. And
yes, because the physics stop physicking.
Yes, and then they land somewhere, not necessarily where you are, which is good because generally a boat landing on you is not a good call. I mean, the boat doesn't care, but you might.
No, not after a boat lands on you. You don't care very much at all.
That's true. In Soviet Russia, the keel hole comes to you.
Thank you for being the one to make the Soviet Russia joke, Dimitri.
That's what I'm here for.
So, what about you, Mark? What are your thoughts on the game so far?
I think it's great. I felt like the town was kind of a nothing town. We really just had the bar. But the what were we calling it? The Citadel, I think, is compelling, and I'm excited to explore the Hook.
Okay.
Stoneholm.
Yeah, Stonehome.
Well, these people are boring. This is a boring town because we literally split from them 100 years ago because they were boring. We're the ones with the fun, the tavern, the ale, and the songs, and Caden worship.
Well, I was about to say, it is the immediate difference between a town dedicated to Caden Kalian and a town dedicated to Cora.
What do you mean for fun? We work. Then we sleep. What do you mean in between? We eat.
Yeah.
It's got a Tortuga vibe where like nothing actually works and the streets are just full of slop. That's what I imagine Osprey Cove is.
Well, I mean, occasionally some people go fishing because we gotta eat.
I mean, that's literally all that goes on in the town.
It doesn't even go in the town.
It's a sleepy little fishing village. So the only thing that gets done in a fishing village in real life and in game is there's fishing and then there's drinking when you are not fishing.
Right.
And if you're from Iron Harbor, you think that that everybody just talks to birds.
Which we apparently confirmed.
And Precog confirmed that.
I am more than willing to be the town cryptid.
I thought that was hilarious, really, when you started making that character. I couldn't wait. Because I had already read the adventure, so I knew that what they said.
Oh, man. So good.
It will take another 100 years to squash this rumor.
And I will spend the rest of my little goblin life.
Yeah. So the reason I actually chose this adventure over the beginner box is just the way it starts out and you get to do a lot of different things. I thought it was more compelling to do and you learn while you're playing. It's not as easy as the beginner box, but still gives you all of you got a little bit of combat. You got the skill checks with the crossing the chasm. And
yeah, was there an easier way to do that, kind of up the stream a little bit, or is that the best way? Oh, okay, cool. That makes me feel better.
So you guys, there was jumping, grappling hook. You had the bird, so that made things pretty easy, a little bit easier for getting a rope across.
You did mention when we were there that there was an option to swim, but nobody took you up on it.
Yeah, you could climb down and swim across and then climb back up.
Well, I mean, nobody willingly took you up on it. We ended up in the water and had to anyway.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of you took me up on it. You just took the fast way down.
That's very true.
But yeah, that was really the reason I liked it, is it gave you a full adventure, but also starts you out with a lot of different skills and learning the game. You get to try out all the different skills and attacks and using your feats and things like that. So yeah, you guys ready to jump into this thing?
Heck yeah.
Sure.
Let's do it.
All right. So you guys left off at Stoneholm.
Yep. After we had spent many party resources resuscitating the goat.
Yeah, you guys were trying to get this goat to move, and it still seemed emaciated, but it had a little bit more energy and was able to eat with a little bit of a medicine check.
I'm just glad the results of your medicine checks on the goat were better than the results of your medicine checks on me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Right.
Probably. We would feel bad if we killed the goat.
Yeah, you guys were looking through an arrow slit. I mischaracterized it as a window. It's actually an arrow slit.
Then I think we are going to need Tad, because these were probably built for human-sized archers. So, Tad, what do your human eyes see?
We definitely made that joke last session.
Yes.
We will make it again.
All right, so Tad, you peek through, and you don't see any people in there or monsters. You see some walls, a door straight across from the arrow slit on the left. You could see the door, and you could see a little bit of what looked like a barrel. Couldn't tell what was in it. Something.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
We were in the kennels, or
In the stables?
Stables, yes. Over there, is that a door further in or something?
Looks like a stone wall.
Yeah, agree.
Does it? Because for some reason I was able to see through it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can see through it going into the wall. It's basically it.
Before I take off and go into the other room, what is this? Is that just a sconce or something?
Yeah, that's just a sconce. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I mistook the texture of the wall for like texture of a courtyard.
We're definitely reading way too much into all of these various map assets.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful map, isn't it?
It's quite gorgeous. You, the viewers at home, might visualize a map. It's stunning. It's beautiful.
I am going to show you the original map.
I'm going to reserve my judgment until I see the entire map, because right now it's mostly dark.
Okay, I'll wait until you guys can see more.
I was going to say, Ryan, so we're on the west side of the courtyard looking into the arrow slits into a room as you described.
Yes.
Can I make my way to the other side, so the east side of the map, and see if there are similar arrow slits?
Yes. Yep. You can walk through the courtyard.
I am accompanying Tad so he does not get in trouble.
As I round the main entrance near the door, within the arrow slits, I see a couple of bodies lying on the ground. So this would be the main foyer.
You what?
Is that a map? Yeah, map artifact, Ryan. Or?
Yeah. So you're looking through an arrow slit, through other arrow slits, and another wall, and yeah, it looks like you can probably see.
Okay, but did you say that out loud in character?
Yeah. So Tad would say, whoa, hold on, quietly, and potentially hold up an arm for everyone to stop. And it whispered to Cinderspark and Bob, who were standing next to him, that he sees a number of dead bodies in the main foyer if we were to open the main doors.
Okay. Well,
you probably can't make out that they're dead from...
bodies lying on the ground are still bodies lying on the ground.
Yeah, if they're not moving and there's blood, you can kind of information.
And maybe I don't see blood, but fully armored people lying in the main doorway.
Maybe they're just tired.
Yeah, they're taking a nap there.
In any case, they are in no condition to open the door, so is the door locked? Cinderspark will try the door.
Cinderspark goes up to the door. The door is not locked.
Okay, then the door will be opened.
All right, you open the door.
Okay, that's not...
This hallway is covered in dried and splattered blood. A pair of corpses, each fully clad in rusted Gormite armor, lie rotting, each with wounds as if pierced by a dozen spears. A rusty ceiling grate gives a limited view into the room above.
There's a room above.
Well, yeah, it'd be like.
Yeah, how many stories is this building, by the way?
It looks to be about 2 stories.
Okay.
You said they were rotting?
Yeah, can somebody do like the medicine check?
Yeah, I'm on it. Unless somebody's better at it, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go.
It's not Cinderspark.
I've got a +0. That's not me.
I have
a -1. It
doesn't
take long for a corpse to start rotting. But yeah, you can take a peek at it.
Okay,
but I got more than overnight, right?
I got a 10.
And what'd you roll?
I got a 10.
A 10 on
medicine.
Medicine. Yeah, medicine and perception are the same for me.
Okay, so you're looking at the bodies, and it looks like they've been stabbed repeatedly.
Yeah.
Spears, maybe great swords.
Gotcha.
Ryan, real quick, I rolled a 14 on the die for a 19 medicine check. I don't know if I can make a check from here 1 square away, but
then I won't go further.
Well, did they get... I don't want to go in there yet, because there's grates above. Did they get stabbed from above? Like, is it what's that called when they have, like, crap that pours down?
It's murder holes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't see anything that gives you the idea that it's, like, murder holes. Up above, all you can see through it. It's a lit room, and you can see the ceiling above that.
So it's probably more of a if defenses are breached, we can shoot from above.
But I think, okay, so the question was more, how long have they been here? Because we saw Elder Mom only a day ago.
Yesterday, yeah. It was yesterday.
And we are assuming that she went in here. That was the direction she went in.
That's what was said, yes.
She was escorted by a Goromite, or at least somebody who looked like a Goromite.
Yes, this armor is very similar, but very well...
cared for?
No, rusted.
Okay.
Very well rusted.
What kind of a check would it be to figure out how long it takes that kind of armor to normally rust?
That's a good question. I have crafting.
Let's see here.
And as a fallback, I have Bardic Lore, so I can roll that if you let me.
Also, I mean, could I roll Gorom lore? Like, would Goromites actually leave armor just laying around like this, or fall to ruin?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll Goromite lore.
Let's see. It's it'd be a 12.
A 12. You don't think this would be usual? Like the armor being this rusted. Like Goromites take good care of their armor.
Yeah,
the bodies are not rotted that much that you would think that this armor has been here that long.
Okay, I've got a question now because I have a lore for Zin Adasero. And what we know is that about a week ago, the Thessalonian ship showed up in town, and that representatives from the Thessalonian ship went up to Stoneholm, and they had been, according to townsfolk, in here for a week. What I want to know is whether the wounds on the Goromites might be from weapons Thessalonians use. Is that a reasonable question?
It would be hard to tell, but go ahead and give me a Jin Adasserol roll.
Okay, I think that's a +5.
Can somebody survive?
Yeah. I can't roll any lower than a total of 6. That was a nat 1.
You're confident that these were spears?
No, I'm actually fairly certain these were giant bioengineered mosquitoes.
Could either I or somebody else in the party, could we get a survival to see if things have been tracking around here recently?
Sure.
That's nature?
No, survival. Literally survival.
Oh, yeah, that's a separate skill.
Can give it a shot, but...
Ooh, I rolled pretty good, actually.
I was trained in it, too.
Cinderspark is not trained, and has an 11.
Okay, I am trained, and I have an 18 as Bob.
I have a 19.
Ooh.
Bob and Cinderspark.
Bob and Vercog.
Bob and Vercog, you are confident that there is been traffic here. You can't tell when.
Gotcha.
There's
but
footprints. There's not a lot of dust.
Bloody footprints?
Yeah, there's footprints through the blood.
So after these dudes died, people still walk through here. Does it look like there's another entrance to the compound, or is this it?
Not one that you could see.
Yeah, I don't believe we had seen one from outside.
Well, is there another entrance on the... I'm assuming this is the east side that I walked over to the well? I don't see any doors, so I guess that's a no.
No, so you see arrow slits. The room on that side, the walls on that side mirror the walls on the other side, the opposite side of the building.
And if I take a look into the well with dark vision, what do I see?
All right, one at a time. So I had people moving, and Bob wants to look down the well.
So I actually can see people moving on the map.
And you have dark vision, so...
Yes.
You see water.
Suspicious.
About 15 feet down.
Very suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I have to rejoin the party and tell them about the water I found in the well.
Yeah.
While you're over at the well, hold on. Some things happen.
A couple things are going to happen.
Can I get a survival check to see if it's potable?
So this thing happens real quick.
Oh joy.
Yeah. Tad ran to the door. As you moved forward, Tad, you felt a click under your feet.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so I thought I was going to die at the well alone, but it looks like the three of you...
You might be the only one that survives this.
Oh, joy.
Is it gonna be like a Temple of Doom thing going on? Like we gotta rescue us
I mean,
from the ceiling coming down.
You've got two dead corpses right there, and you just waltz right through. Like, no, whatever killed these guys can't be here still.
And you went to the well by yourself. Could you not claim to be some kind of like tactical and strategic master over there?
I just wanted to look in. I thought it was an entrance.
Let's let the DM talk, please.
As Tad makes his way to the door and feels the click under his foot, spikes come up through the floor.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I'm going to roll to strike.
Roll some to hits, yep.
Let's see. We'll start with Tad, since Tad's the one that activated this for you guys.
Oh, fabulous.
Natural 1.
God damn it.
Let's see. For Cog.
Yeah.
Do I follow up the natural 1 with a natural 20?
I really hope not.
No, it should be a natural 2 and then a natural 3. Come on.
Natural 2.
Wow.
I told you.
I think it'd be a critical failure, though, and doesn't it break the mechanism in its entirety?
Yes, it totally should.
Well, if it's an attack roll, we did say we're not doing fumbles. So if it goes both ways. So come on, natural 3.
Cinder Spark. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, God.
Yes.
All right. That is... Oh, I didn't pull that die out. Let's see here. It's one of these.
That's encouraging.
Minimum damage. You take 5 points of damage.
Oh, good.
And I will need a fortitude.
Oh, there it is.
I'm putting the wrong values in there. Okay. Accidentally killed myself on my character sheet. Okay, I'm fine. A fortitude save is incoming. Okay, that's good. How does a 22 sound?
All right. I'll let you know if anything pops up.
I like how my AC dropped.
Do I hear any screaming?
Why did my AC drop?
What are all these conditions you have?
Oh, it's because I accidentally killed myself. I dropped prone. Should I have wounded 1?
No, you killed yourself, so yeah, go ahead and tick that down.
Just losing hit points, because I stupidly put -5 on my hit points, thinking it would subtract 5. It did not.
Oh, it put you to -5.
It dropped me to 0, yeah.
All right, Bob, you hear Vercog screech out after these spikes.
No. The bird, you can hear the bird go, "Oh, you dummy!"
And the string of expletives coming out in Goblin from Cinderspark as they are, torn up by a spike from the ground.
That's actually... No, not visible. So if it's my turn, I'm going to walk back in, look at the carnage and go, "What the fuck did you do? I was gone for a second?"
You come across, you see these spikes sticking out of the ground.
And out of
This is now difficult terrain.
Did they... No, they're still there. So...
Yes.
So are the corpses of the Goromites even worse for the wear now?
Yes.
I'd like to feel bad for them, but
at least we know what caused their wounds.
You have a pretty good feeling now.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Cinderspark is continuing to speak in Goblin and just basically cursing Tad out for being a stupid, clunky human.
Well, if this is Tad's fault, shouldn't Tad perform medicine on you to fix it?
So I'm going to try to make my way to the door on the other side of the room, stepping around the spikes and the corpses, and giving Tad the stink eye all at the same time.
Tad accepts the stink eye, but very specifically, before we step anywhere, is Tad able to determine like what the clicking was? Was it a tile?
Yeah.
And I'd also like to point out that Tad thought they were coming from above, which I think was ingenious. He didn't realize they were coming from below, so we should get partial credit.
That description of the room really throws you, doesn't it?
It does. So I'm sorry, you said I don't know what clicked it, which means
no, you do. It was the floor tile.
Oh, okay. Well, so, Tad will try to get around it then and do better.
I think the best question is, can we disable it from here and put the spikes back down?
No.
Great. Thanks.
You could.
You're welcome to try.
Couldn't goblins just shoot me through them?
Can the goblins just shoot me through them?
So, difficult terrain, you move at half your land speed.
Is it still rounded down to the nearest 5?
It is. So if you have 25 feet, you are moving 10.
With a stride action, but we could take multiple of those in a turn.
Right. But also, you weren't doing any kind of searching or anything like that, so your speed wasn't impacted anyway. You're not in encounter mode, so it's not that big of a deal.
I'm still going to let you guys deal with this before I walk into the room.
Maybe we should tread carefully from here on out.
That's the smartest thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Perhaps we shouldn't let Tad lead.
Cinderspark will carefully make their way across the room.
So go ahead and give me a thievery check.
Yes, sir. That probably needs to be on the table. Say 20.
At 20. You believe that you could have disabled the pressure plates to keep it from activating, but you don't see how to reset it within.
Right. Great. Wonderful. Okay. But it does not it hasn't reset itself, so that's a good thing.
Yep.
Actually, that means that somebody reset it.
Yes.
Previously.
Or it wasn't set at all.
Well, no, the corpses are here. They've got the same kind of piercing wounds in them. Yep. Somebody had to have reset it after the corpses were generated. I mean, I'm presuming at some point Goromites were alive.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably a good assumption.
If you can call that living.
I know. But at some point, these Goromites had their blood inside their bodies.
True.
And now it's not.
I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything. I think that's how it works.
Actually, you have first-hand experience. Did any of your blood come out of you thanks to the spikes?
Yes, I think I left some of it in the corner.
Exactly. So somebody must have reset the spikes afterwards.
Gorum is just a personification of war that just inhabited a set of armor.
Right. So we got to kill the war.
Yeah. Peace for all time.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
I was waiting for it. So real quick, back in game, Tad actually cast a heal spell on Cinderspark as he gets near me. And it's a range of 30 feet, so actually, as you're navigating your way through that. I didn't want to spend any amount of time while we're here, but he'd like to heal Cinderspark and then potentially open the door.
Okay.
Tad, did we not just have a conversation about how you shouldn't be the one in front doing these things?
Tad wants to get out of here.
Are you assuming that just because one trap activated, there won't be another?
Before Tad touches the door, can I check it for traps?
You sure can.
Would you like a Thievery, perception, what do we need?
Let's go with perception.
Okay. 23.
23. You do not see any traps on this door.
Okay. Is the door locked?
The door is not locked.
Okay, open away.
I suppose I should follow with you guys.
You open the door.
What? Wait, Ted.
This room holds long benches and tables. A double door leads to the south, the door that you are coming through. Single doors lead to the north, east, and west. And then...
No, and then.
Yes, and then...
Fucking picnic table explodes in Ted's face.
You see two figures clad in similar armor to the guys that are on the floor in the room prior. It looks like they were alerted by your presence
from the spikes going off
when you tripped the trap.
Yeah, but just a quick clarification: are the spikes going through the corpses, or are the corpses like dangling off of the spikes, like in a sort of grody manner?
No,
they're going into the.
What? Come on, you can have them crowd surf.
Yeah, just they should be like just like hanging, like half hanging off and whatnot, and just like one is going like through like the skull. That'd be cool. Cool. So I need the gory details, man.
the Gorumi details.
Yes, the gory gorum details.
All right, so we're gonna roll some initiative.
Okay.
Can I roll thievery for initiative since I was checking the door for traps?
No, because the door had already opened.
Son of a... Okay.
Son of a motherless goat.
It's okay. It's okay. This session is the learning experience for us to learn how to deal with that.
You know, you're supposed to be the token human reining us in. What are you doing?
He's trying to out-goblin the goblins.
Ted just wanted to get out of the spiky area. It's a survival instinct.
I don't know. Ted has not exactly demonstrated very good survival instincts in the short time we've adventured together.
No. But he doesn't know that.
Cinder, I have a 9 for initiative for Cinder Spark.
All right, Cinder Spark has a 9. For Cog, what do you have?
I got an 18, and still I'm not going first.
Tad, what about you?
I have a 7 out in the die for a 12 total.
And Boblin.
Excuse me? It's just Bob. Hobart, if you are Elder Ordwin, I've done something bad.
Hobart?
Hobart is his full name, but that's why he goes by Bob.
Yeah,
it's kind of embarrassing.
If the Harbinger ever hears that, you are in so much trouble.
Yes, I know, because he can speak and repeat it every single time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a parakeet.
Oh, yeah.
Not as brightly colored, though. Anyway, I rolled a 10 on the die, which with perception of +5 puts me at 15 initiative.
All right, 15 initiative. All right, let me get the initiative tracker set up here.
Is there a tiebreaker in this edition? Because I see one of the Gorumites looks like it has a 15.
Enemies go first.
Oh good. Oh, good. That's just and fair.
Well, the good news is Tad is going to be their focus, right?
By the way, Mark, I love the fact that I actually see a die roll for you. It just has all... is that the Game Master roll?
Question marks.
Okay.
Was it me?
I keep seeing a D20 with question marks all over it. It's pretty funny.
Every once in a while, it's green, so you know the Riddler is rolling.
Yeah, I suppose.
We are going to begin the encounter.
Sounds lovely.
It does not.
And as we roll initiative, these two figures... Intruders! Intruders!
Where? I mean, I doubt I'll be able to lie to fanatical followers of Gorum, but, you know.
This guy's going to stride 15 feet up to Tad See, he's going to stride 20 feet up to Tad.
Uh-huh.
We are going to take a strike with this large greatsword.
Yeah, could you describe them to us? Because we do see them.
Yes, these appear to be humanoid, though behind rusted armor. Heavily rusted armor.
So they're already wearing rusted armor. It's not Goromite clean.
Correct.
Ooh, they kind of look like Uruk-hai.
You know your armor is clean when it's Goromite clean.
Isn't it usually clean when it's bloody?
No.
Like Goromite clean?
It depends what you clean it with. If you clean it with blood, then yeah, you just need to hang it on your clothesline and let the blood drip off.
No, that's terrible for the armor. It's going to get... No.
Well, you're the only one with Gorom lore here, so you're the only one who would know.
Sorry, my description was a little off. They are not carrying great swords. These particular ones are carrying sickles.
That's not even a sword.
It is not a sigward.
Generic artwork.
Why does it look like it came out of Warhammer?
I don't know. Tad. That was a 15.
I'm looking at my thing. Remind me, there's no flat-footed, or there is?
No, you're not flat-footed. There's no flat-footed. There is off-guard, but you aren't off-guard to start combat.
Fantastic. So that does not hit my 18 AC.
Oh, so you're no longer automatically off guard until you've got an initiative? It's
Correct.
not triggered by that. Ah, that's a change.
Yeah. It's nice, huh?
Well, this time it's in our favor, yes.
There are feats that you can take that will give the off-guard condition to somebody that hasn't acted before you. I think it's a rogue feat, actually.
Yes, it is. It's actually just a class feature.
It doesn't help when you roll a 9, does it, Cinderspark?
No, it also doesn't help if I can't roll deception or stealth for initiative.
All right, so I am going to strike again with the map penalty. And that is also going to be a miss at a 16.
Now, at a conscious level, I understand that the map penalty is the multi-attack penalty, but I just picture you swinging a map. Just like a rolled up paper.
How would you like to respond to this act of aggression?
Close the door and leave.
Yeah. I would like to recall knowledge.
Okay. You can roll society,
Yep.
or if you have an applicable lore.
Nope, I got society. 21.
Wherein we live.
21. These look to be fallen acolytes.
Okay.
So these are fallen clerics of Gorom.
These are humanoids.
Yes, sir.
Fabulous. Okay. You need the range.
Go ahead and you can get.
What kind of questions can I ask? And that's
a good question. I'll tell you if I can give you something. It's very much like first edition, right?
Are these spellcasters?
No, they are not spellcasters.
Okay.
So more like temple guards rather than temple acolytes who have learned to some spellcasting.
That is one action. Okay. I can see that much of that guy. Can I target him with a spell?
Is it an attack roll?
It is not.
Yeah, I'll out.
Okay. I toss a Shadow of Night at him. Shroud of Night. I am so sorry. Oh, wow. It didn't show up. Come on. There we go. DC 17 will on the one that is currently engaged with Tad. If he fails on the will save for this hex, He will be shrouded in murky darkness, and unless it has greater dark vision, all creatures are concealed to it.
All right. He fails.
Fabulous.
Not a critical fail.
Mm-hmm.
Rez,
Yeah.
what kind of an action is it to cast that spell?
Why?
Because we're in difficult terrain.
Oh, shit. Does that matter for the purposes?
Well, if you can target him from where you were, which is in the back row, then you don't need to move.
I could not. That's why I moved.
Could you target the guy who's on the other side of the room?
Why are you second-guessing my action?
So the hand's off the chess piece. So he is shrouded in darkness. He cannot see. Everybody is concealed to him?
Yep.
All right.
And that is the end of my turn.
Somehow I broke my pen writing notes. I was pressing way too hard.
You beast.
The shitty pen. That's what happens when you. That's what happens when you get free pens from. Well, I guess I don't know where it's from.
Well, it's from nowhere anymore.
I was going to say, we don't want to lose a sponsor just yet.
It's going to go to the trash. That's where it's going. So he's shrouded in darkness. I will try to remember that. I don't just want to put.
Is it the blinded condition? Because there is a blinded condition.
No, it's just.
It's not. It's really specific.
The second one here is going to forward. That's 15, 20 feet. He is going to strike at Tad with his sickle. That is a miss at 16.
Does that take into account flanking?
I am not giving him flanking because the other one, well, yeah, because you have concealment.
Okay.
So concealed, you are difficult for one or more creatures to see due to thick fog or some other obscuring feature. You can be concealed to some creatures, but not others. While concealed, you can still be observed, but you're tougher to target. The creature that you're concealed from must succeed at a DC 5 flat check when targeting you with an attack, spell, or other effect. The check fails. You aren't affected. Let me double check. My hidden is off guard. Makes undetected. You can't be targeted. Actually, I guess concealed I could. So I will give him flanking. That would be 18.
And I have learned a lesson that I will shut up.
It's not a lot of damage.
Well, it's nice that you say that, but the lesson isn't over.
That is 8 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, not a lot. Oh, and I'm dead.
Not a lot if you're not first level.
Did he just kill himself too?
Right.
Yeah, I tried to do like the -8 in the HP thing.
It's going to take us some adjusting because a Foundry on the other game that we're playing, it allows for that.
I think if you do it on your token,
Yeah.
it does it. It works
not on the
not
sheet.
on your sheet. Yeah. Do you have the? If you right-click your token, do you have the?
Yeah, that did it. I'll figure out how to get out of wounded 3.
All right, and then with the map, it does see that Cinder Spark is right there as well, and it's going to take a swing at Cinder Spark. That is a 25. A 21 to hit. I forgot the map.
That will do it.
All right. You also take 8 points of damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Rolling rocks on the damage. Thanks, Kraken Dice.
Great.
For all of your
PC Kraken needs.
There we go. Bob.
Actually, I think we might have lost our initiative order because Tad is above me and above the guy who just went. But Tad killed himself mechanically. What?
Oh, that's what happened. No, yeah. So When you die, you move in initiative order. So by messing that up. So your initiative was...
He's supposed to be
12.
above me or before? Oh, okay, below me.
Yep. So I will move him.
Why do you gain initiative when you die?
So what that does, right, is when you die, you move to the just before the person who killed you. It gives all of your teammates an opportunity to go before you have to make a save. So they have an opportunity to heal you. Bring you back up.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, well, song or other song?
I vote song.
Yeah, but goblin song or inspiration.
I vote secret third option.
Well, I got 3 actions, and one of them is going to be a song, but one of them could be the damage boosting song, or it's the goblin song. I sing annoying goblin songs, distracting your foes with silly and repetitive lyrics. So, because I'm not an expert, I'm only proficient, or whatever it is. So it's going to be a performance against the will DC of the guy who's in the doorway, whom I see clearly. He's within 30 feet.
Okay.
My performance, skill up proficiencies, there we go. Perform is a 6. So, this is against his will DC. Plus 6. Fuck. It's an 8. So I am barely certain nothing happens. Because
that does not get past his will DC.
There's a critical, there's a success, and a critical failure, but there is no entry for just plain failure, so nothing happens on that one.
Yeah, nothing happens.
However, I will still do the other part, which is Daze, the cantrip. And the defense is a basic will on his end against the DC of 16.
That is a 14.
So that is a failure. The jolt deals 1d6 mental damage with a basic save, but this wasn't a critical failure, so it just does 1d6. 2. Yeah.
All right. He is injured.
I'm done. That's 3 actions.
All right, Tad, you are flanked. You have the door to your south. You have a bench directly to your north, and these 2 guys on your east and west. How do you want to respond to this?
Actually, I have a question. The spell that Verkad cast has a visual thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can see that the guy has the shadow over his eyes?
I was of the impression that he could see that there was a shadow over his eyes. I'm not sure if we can see that it's there.
Because we have discussed this in character before. So telling us whether it was successful or not might change what we do, if we can tell.
I tell you that I've done it.
It's the Shroud of Night. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Blankets the target's eyes in darkness.
Yeah, I don't think that it's anything that you can see, but if he tells you that it's been done.
So maybe that guy is less of a threat now. I'm just saying.
So with that in mind, Tad is going to attempt to attack the one to the east who is not currently blinded. He has his compatriots to the south, so there's limited, I guess, mobility or area to move. So he will take 2 strikes. The first is going to be an 18 on the die for 24 total.
24 to hit is a hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
That's a 1 on the die for 4 points of damage total.
What are you attacking with?
Longsword.
Longsword is a d4?
Oh, it rolled unarmed.
Let me guess, when you died...
Yeah.
Oh my god. You law of unintended consequences.
All right. So I re-rolled the damage. I don't know if you can see this, Ryan.
Yeah, I cannot.
Okay.
So, 1d8 plus 3.
Right. That's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Dimitri, great looking out. Yeah, when I quote-unquote died, I dropped everything.
This guy looks worse for wear.
All right. The second attack is going to be a 2 on the die for 3 total with the map. And for his third and final action, he will raise his shield. And that will be the end of Tad's turn.
All right, this guy groans out and dodges your last attack. Cinderspark.
Cinderspark will draw their trusty dog slicer. And then smack the guy in front of him. Guy in front of Tad, rather. So, that would be a 20.
20 is a hit.
Wonderful. I'm just going to roll the damage. 5 damage.
And go ahead and describe your kill. First kill of this dungeon.
Well, still giving Tad the stink eye, Cinderspark will slice the loins of the gentleman in front of them and watch as he tumbles to the floor. Just still watching you, Tad.
All right, that's 2 actions.
That is 2 actions. I believe I shall move after that. Go right over there. Moving around the table, not over it.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Urkog.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Like, why I no move? That's why I no move.
So Vercog steps to the 1 square to the east.
And then through the door. And for action number 2, I am sustaining the spell on that guy. And for action number 3, where is it?
And for my next trick,
I will use. I don't see a way to display this. My familiar has an ability called Familiar of Stalking Night.
Okay. Tell us what that does.
Familiar of Stalking Night. When you cast or sustain a hex, and your familiar is adjacent to an enemy to which it's concealed, hidden, or undetected, the enemy becomes frightened 1.
Okay.
So I do that in a slightly different order. I move through the doorway. Action number 2 is to tell the Harbinger to land on the guy's head, and then since it is concealed from the fallen cleric of Gorham, the fallen cleric of Gorham is now frightened. Well, do they get a save? No, that's the save for the other thing. So the fallen cleric of Gorham is now frightened 1.
All right, frightened. All right, I'll click that up. He is now frightened 1.
Yep. And end of my turn.
Urkog is a spooky little boy.
Yeah, I am.
So yeah, this guy's a little bit creeped out by your familiar and this darkness. Nonetheless, he is going to try to take a swing at Tad, because Tad is right there. He knows where he is. My stat check.
To roll the, yeah.
Yep. DC 5, I rolled a 7. And that is a 15 to hit.
Miss.
We're going to try this again with the map. I'm going to roll my DC 5 flat check. 5. Man, I am rolling real close to the edge on that flat check. 15 again.
Miss again.
For his third action, he's going to keep slashing with this thing. Come on, natural 20. And that is a miss. 17 on the flat check and 4 on the attack. Bob Goblin.
All right. Well, I guess it would have been more effective to do the other song. So I did 2 damage, and you guys would have done 2 more damage because 2 of you hit him. But maybe this time there'll be more swings and more hits. So we're going to do Courageous Anthem. And let me see, what do I click here in order for you guys to have that effect on you guys?
That looks like it.
Okay, then that's the cast button, so I remember it next time. For the next round, you guys get a +1 status bonus to attack, damage, and saves against fear. And because I am my own ally, I also get that bonus. However, I think if I try to do an attack on him, he's going to get cover from the corner. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So, should I try to daze him again? Well, I mean, it's not an attack. On the other hand, I don't get to shoot him with a musical instrument. And that's just awful. So, yeah, I'm going to launch a telekinetic projectile at him. Does anybody remember what instrument I summoned?
No.
All right, bagpipes. It's bagpipes. I fling bagpipes at him with a +7 because it.
How does that work with your Courageous Anthem?
It incorporates that. It's an attack roll.
Well, what I was meaning is the effects of it for everybody else because you no longer have your instrument to play.
It doesn't specifically require me to continue doing that.
So you're saying you're letting it linger?
Did you have to?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I had to let it linger.
Did you have to?
It does have the composition trait, so...
Okay, but I can just sing, right? So it's a fake out. They think I need the bagpipes in order to perform, but I actually sing and fling the bagpipes. Surprise!
Surprise, surprise.
And it does actually incorporate the Courageous Anthem into the attack rolls on the spells, so +7. For a total of 21 minus whatever cover. How does cover work in this edition?
All right, so Lesser Cover is a +1, Cover is a +2, and Greater Cover is a +4. Lesser Cover only applies to AC. Standard Cover applies to AC, Reflex, and Stealth. And Greater Cover also applies to AC, Reflex, and Stealth. With Lesser Cover, you cannot hide, but with Standard and Greater Cover, you can take the hide action.
Okay, I'm assuming this is standard, so he would have an AC of +2. Does 21 hit that?
21 does hit.
All right.
Ryan, you seem to have moved my token into a different room.
He's right there. He was under Tad.
No, I moved him.
So this is 2d6 bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, +1 from the Courageous Anthem. And it is a total of 10.
10 damage.
10 bagpipe damage.
And he is damaged for the first time. But he's in rough shape already.
Well, yeah, it's the bagpipes.
Yeah.
I'll not sit here and listen to you badmouth about the bagpipes.
Well, fortunately, the bagpipe sound from impact is rather brief.
What part of the bagpipes do you hit him with? Is it like the bag part that does 10 points of damage, or
I hope so.
It's randomized.
It's not the chance.
It's randomized.
I think I was actually one space back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's to rights now.
All right, so Tad has a blind Urukai to his west. There is a picnic table in the square to his north. So can he step diagonally? Basically 5-foot step in the old game.
Yep.
All right.
It will take an action to stride, though, right? Because it's not
But
like...
you can take a step is an action. It's
Right.
but a step does not provoke.
Right.
But what I mean is it's not free like it was previously. It takes...
Correct. It is a full action.
So he is going to step. He is going to swing his longsword. The first strike is a 4 on the die for an 11 total.
11 is not going to hit.
Right, and the second one is going to be a 3 on the die for a 5 total. And that's the end of Tad's turn.
All right, it is the dead fallen. It's the fallen acolyte's turn. And he's going to stay fallen Cinderspark.
Okay.
He
Cinderspark.
can't see Cinderspark. Get him!
Cinderspark will jump up onto the table, which is not a picnic table, despite Tad's insistence that it is.
We should look for contextual clues. Is there a Yogi Bear anywhere?
I don't see any picnic baskets, so...
I was trying to figure out how I was going to say that, yeah. Picnic!
So yes, I will jump up on the table. Would you like a check for that, or...
No, I'll leave it as your movement.
Okay. And from the top of the table, I will dog slice at the man's face.
And you are now standing like face to face with him as you
It's a weird feeling. Yeah, please stay on the table, Diane. Yeah, well, at least it's got a anthem on it. Let's hold on. It's still not going to be hitting with a 10.
No.
But hey, let's try again. It couldn't possibly be any worse. Let's see. It's going to be a 14.
A 14 is a hit.
Huzzah!
Thanks to the frightened condition.
Ooh, I love that.
You're welcome.
And minimal damage. Yep. 4.
Or this gentleman is still standing.
Yeah, well... Yeah. Cinderspark is done.
For Cog, you gonna end this for us?
Absolutely. Action the first, I'm sustaining the other spell. And I'm attacking using needle darts. Yeah, that's a total of 10.
10, your needle darts miss, stick into the crevices of the stone wall behind him.
Yeah, that's not my best work.
He has like 1 HP, doesn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, he does. I'm gonna have to roll a die here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tad is evens, Cinderspark is odds.
Whoa. Rude.
Even
But
it
accurate.
is. So Tad, here comes strike number 1.
Miss!
Except I gotta roll flat check, natural 20 on the flat check.
At least that wasn't the swing.
14 to hit.
Yes. 18 is my
Flat check. 11 on the flat check. That is a natural 19
Oh,
for a 24. 6 points of damage. Let's run the map one more time. Flat check. Failed the flat check. We are done there. Okay, Bob.
I feel less courageous.
Do you want to feel more courageous again?
I mean, generally.
Do I have better options than making you feel more courageous?
Could, like, go poke him with a stick.
Yes, actually, that was an option. So, take a stride, draw the rapier as an interact, and stab.
All right.
I've not done this before, so I actually have to check my math. It's plus. No, that's unarmed. Wait, that's a dagger. Sheath that dagger. Draw the rapier. It's still a +5, so it doesn't really matter what I was looking at. And that is a 23.
23 is a hit. Go ahead and describe your kill. No matter what you roll on the die, you will kill him.
he really did have only 1 hit point, didn't he?
Yes.
It's because I had to roll a 1 on damage.
So,
5. You rolled that 4.
So I flung the bagpipes at him, and does he have like any kind of bits of the armor that he could snag onto and just hang?
Yeah.
Okay, so the bagpipes are actually hanging off of him, and I roll up, pull the rapier out, and stab him through the bagpipes.
Awesome. That will take us out of encounter mode.
Great.
You have these 2 dead bodies. You have entered their domain, and you viciously attack them.
No.
They viciously
No.
attacked us.
Yeah, that's one interpretation. I don't think that's accurate. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is a B&E.
They yelled intruders and then rolled up on Tad. Didn't ask us why we were here. There was no negotiation. It was just long swords at dawn.
I would like to roll perception to find out if anybody's responding to them yelling intruders.
I would like to roll Gorham lore to know what the fuck a fallen acolyte actually is.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. You know what? I will back you up with my bardic lore on that one, because that's kind of important.
That's a 17 on the die for a 21.
Oh.
So a fallen acolyte is a former cleric of a specific deity.
I see.
This one happens to be Gorham. Basically lost his favor.
Yeah, and you know, when you stop being a cleric, your holy symbol just has a strike through, so it's clearly visible to everybody at a glance.
In all seriousness, though, are they wearing holy symbols and are they defaced?
Well,
No,
I mean, they are okay. So they're also wearing rusted armor, as you said, right?
Yes.
Have they like inverted their morals? Is that what we can imply, or like what's actually going on there?
Yeah, I would say they weren't following their tenets, or did something.
No, the tenants.
Anathema to Gorham.
Well, I think they killed the tenants here.
No, their tenant is out in the stables. The goat. They weren't following the goat.
The tenets.
Yes. Okay, so they fucked up and they cannot follow Gorham, so they suck at war, so they have to come home and be shitty at it here instead. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't say they completely suck at war. You guys are wounded, aren't you?
Well, this is a home invasion, not war.
At first look, these guys have rusted full plate armor and sickles.
Oh, wait. I got to check my rapier. Is there any rust on my rapier? Because my mother will kill me if there's any rust on my rapier. Probably with the rapier.
Also, didn't you say they weren't spellcasters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not anymore.
Right. Is it were they spellcasters or
A fallen acolyte is a cleric that has lost its power. When you lose favor with your deity, you lose your
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
your powers.
Yes. Good clarification.
So they might actually have been clerics originally, but they aren't anymore.
Former cleric of Gorham.
All right. So I left some blood over there. If anybody would like to put it back in.
I can magic some new blood from inside you, but I'm not picking that up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to pick it back up either.
Tad stepped back while they were taking a look and doing knowledge checks. He attempted battlefield medicine, so that's going to take 10 minutes.
The treat wounds?
Yes, I'm sorry, treat wounds. He failed on that. So in frustration, he whipped out a heal, which is a 30-foot emanation. It's a 3-action one, and everybody gets 6 points of healing.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Shall we run their pockets, or are we
Of
just
course.
We of course run their pockets. So does Full Plate have pockets, or do they have like satchels? Like
I assume.
Yeah, you don't see any satchels on them.
Nice full plate. Thank you. It has pockets.
the money must be in the cod piece.
You always go for the cod piece, and I'm starting to wonder.
Always.
I don't know what you're wondering.
Well, I mean, it is frequently the less defended thing within your reach. So yeah, all right, fine, fair.
You take a closer look at these bodies, and the only thing that you can find on them are the sickle and the rusted full plate. Okay. Rusted full plate has the broken condition.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, it's also sized for humans. Like
It was broken, but they were still wearing it.
Yes.
Yeah, they seem a little not right in the head, even for Goramites.
Did we check the pockets on the corpses in the previous room?
Oh, good point. Let's go check them as they're dangling from the spikes, because no one reset the trap.
Well, maybe from this end you can reset the trap. Is there anything here?
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
That's a good question. I will also help with that.
With a +5, I've got a 16.
I rolled considerably worse. I have a 9.
A 16. You don't see anything that would...
reset the spikes.
Yeah, that you would see that would reset the trap.
Cool. Maybe it's actually in the room above the entrance because you can see through the floor in there.
Or one of the side rooms.
Fair. So I guess we'll just look through the dangling corpses pockets.
You look through the dangling corpses pockets and you find nothing.
That's a beautiful sentence.
If we were naming episodes yet, that would be the name.
The dangling corpse.
The dangling
corpses pockets.
If my pen didn't break, I would write that down.
You're sitting at a computer. You can't type.
I know.
That's a fair point.
I have this specifically laid out for me for everything that I need to run this. So,
I mean, if you forget the dangling corpses pockets, I mean, there is something that has gone wrong in the world.
Especially when I'll listen to it 3 times while I'm editing it. So,
I think someone should say the dangling corpses pockets one more time.
The dangling corpses pockets. The dangling corpses pockets. The dangling corpses pockets.
So they had rusted armor, and it was very rusted, so it has 0 value to you.
Is it the same kind of rusted as the guys who just died, or more rusted?
It's more rusted.
Is it the same kind of armor? It didn't look like full plate.
Yes.
It is? Okay.
It's just like, I find this whole wearing broken armor thing weird.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I mean, totally agree.
Mechanically, it's broken, but it's just rusted. It looks like a solid piece of armor.
Look, that's fair. It's just in character. I find that weird. Like,
okay,
these people are not right. And I already knew they weren't right, given where I grew up and what I've been told about them. This is like even more not right.
I find it weird both in and out of character.
Am I right in thinking that there's a double door on both sides of this hole?
There's a single door, one to the east, one to the west. There's also a single door to the north.
Oh, it's just set between
east, west, and Dennis.
Yeah, but they're all the same size. It's just that on the map they look like they're between two spaces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. The only double door that was the one we came through on the south. Which looks like it's on 4 spaces. But, it's only because the tiles are drawn weird.
Cinderspark, you are our B&E expert, aren't you?
That's a heinous accusation. I've never broken a wrench to anything. Except for Stonehome.
But now that we're here, how would you like us to...
Yeah, okay. So let's see. Well, where would we like to start? Because... The doors all look the same, correct, Ryan?
Yes. Give me a perception as you guys had been searching through here already.
Oh, yeah, there should be bloody footprints somewhere.
Well.
And
how does 5 sound?
5?
It actually sounds worse than my 6.
Yeah.
Because we're just sitting here talking to each other about like, oh yes, we should go and we should find things and pay attention, and we're not paying attention.
We should look for bloody footprints, and then I look at the ground where the guys have bled, and I'm standing right in between the two of them. I'm like, I have bloody footprints.
And you guys have just walked around in the blood that you spilled, and then put your own footprints, and there's tracks all throughout this room, over the tables, and
why did I do that? Well, Ryan, what's my perception?
Oh, you rolled privately to the DM?
Yeah.
All right, Vercog rolled an 18 in perception. Vercog, you through all this goblin chaos, you kind of separate yourself from Cinderspark and Bob, and you're able to pick up a faint sound of metal on metal contact.
Near the door that I'm at?
No, actually across the room. Probably from the other door to the west.
Okay. Chad, I hear something by your door.
Should I open it?
You still haven't learned the lesson.
The Harbinger of the Void says, I think you should open it.
The Harbinger.
Absolutely listen to the bird.
The bird finds human suffering hilarious. So
I find human suffering hilarious too.
that's why we hang out with the bird.
Could we, however, gather nearer to the door before Tad opens it, though?
Cinderspark would like to rush to the door and check it for traps before Tad puts his rubber human hands on it.
Real quick, Ryan, I had gotten a 20, or Tad gotten a 20. Is there any additional information that he might have gleaned about the metal on metal?
On the perception, no. You're pretty confident that you hear something, maybe a hammer on an anvil or something like that.
Perfect. Tad will allow Cinderspark to have a look at the door.
Okay. Let's specifically check the door for traps.
All right, I'm gonna roll traps for
By all
you.
means. Yep.
What's your perception?
Is a +4.
+4. You don't see any traps.
Cool.
Oh, before we go any further, I summon an accordion.
Good thinking.
I need something to fling at my enemies.
I think it should be a xylophone at some point, or a marimba. A marimba.
Sure.
I don't even know what that is. Cinderspark's going to step aside and hide, and just like hide behind cozy up against the wall just a little bit to sneaky and say, "Tad, get ahead."
Is Verkad going to explain to me what I'm summoning? What's a marimba?
No, I'm just kidding.
What's a marimba with you?
Yeah, you open the door. It's a hallway about 10 feet long by 5 feet wide. There's a door to the north and a door to the west further.
Okay, so Tad did not explode. Cinderspark will take this to mean that there's nothing going on inside the room.
Well, let's wait. Tad steps 5 foot forward. Does he explode?
He does not explode.
Okay. Am I able to tell which direction as I become near the either the north or the west? Yep.
As you're listening closer, it sounds like it's coming from the room to the west.
Okay. Tad's going to step back and ask Cinderspark if he minds checking both doors for traps.
Thank you. Okay, I will check both doors. We'll start for the west first, I suppose.
All right, you check the door to the west. You are confident that it is not trapped.
Wonderful. And the north door?
And the north door.
Matt, do you want to be...
That one does not seem trapped either.
Sure.
And follow-up question is, are they locked?
They are not locked.
Okay. Options, we can go through either door. Either both fine.
But the door to the north.
Okay.
That's my vote. Sorry.
That is not what I was expecting. All right. I had another note up. What the hell? But given a 50-50 chance, I will always get it wrong. This appears to be a kitchen. You see dirty pots and pans, knives littering this grimy kitchen. The pantry stands open with a cloud of flies surrounding the spoiled food stored within.
Okay, Cinderspark will sneak inside. Sneaking into kitchens is kind of how I grew up, I suppose.
All right. Are you mechanically sneaking?
Yes.
Go ahead and I'll roll stealth. What's your stealth?
Stealth is a +6. But, yeah, I suppose you can roll. I'll allow it.
I'm actually not very good at that. I did not put a proficiency in it.
You step in here, and it appears to be empty aside from the flies.
No food laying out? Like I can raid the cookie jar?
Well, there's the flies at the pantry with the spoiled food.
To Verkog, that's still regular food.
If you'd like to search the room, you can.
I don't think that's important, but there is another door across from me. Is that correct?
That is correct. There's a door to the north, and you have still the door in the hallway to the west.
I feel like we should ignore that door for as long as possible, so I'm gonna just creep across the room and check the other door for traps.
Wait, what does Ryan expect us to do? Is it to go to the one to the north? Because then let's go to the one to the west.
No, he 100% expects us to go to the one to the west.
Matter of fact, let's turn around and we'll go back into the main room and go to the door to the east.
All right. Perception. All right. You don't think that door is trapped?
It took a long time to say that.
I have multiple things that going on here.
Yeah, sure. Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay. Cinderspark will open it.
All right. That door opens to a long hallway. There is a door to the west, and there are multiple doors to the north, and one to the south. It is well lit.
Suppose I'm going to be peeking my head in there. Okay. Oh, wow. You weren't kidding. That's a lot of... That is more doors. Okay, so looks like this leads further into everything. This is like the main connecting hallway. Do we want to check other areas first?
What we want to do, I think, to maximally annoy the GM is to loop around to the other side of the west door.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm dead ass. Like I would. This is seeing how this looks like we're leading somewhere. I think we should check other areas first. So
yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be like us exploring the area outside the town.
All right, so let's go back to this west door where there was some pounding going on inside. Is that what I was led to understand?
Yes.
I'll
close the door behind us.
All right, you open this door. This appears to be a smithy. Okay. Do you step in?
I will stealthily peek my head in.
All right, you peek your head in. A large forge and anvil mark this room as the keep's smithy. Several weapons line the walls and fill a nearby weapon rack. Against the northern wall, a cot and pile of grimy clothes mark makeshift quarters. Doors exit to the north and south. You also see a human man dressed in armor. Looks to be full plate armor. As you peek your head in. Whoa, what are you doing? You here to kill me?
I mean, not explicitly. No, we were actually looking for Elder Mom.
Or do we?
I don't know, Elder Mom.
Okay, I am going to stride into the room at this point because it seems like we're going to diplomacy mode rather than killing mode.
You seem to think I'm not good at diplomacy. I take that as an insult, sir.
Hi, my name is Bob. You may have met my adopted mother, Elder Ordway. She was brought in here yesterday by one of the sisters. Out of character, does anybody remember her name?
It's not Burger.
No. I have the brother who died in Osprey Cove. I did not catch her name.
And we don't remember her name.
We met.
You guys not taking notes?
Nope.
Yeah.
Sister Vanda.
My pen broke.
Thank you.
Bang!
Touche.
Right. But you're also forgetting that 3 of us are goblins who are against writing.
Yeah, well, 2 of us are against writing, and one of us is a weird goblin.
Right. Well, we're all weird in our own special ways.
That's also a beautiful sentiment.
That's what my mom tells me. In character, too. Anyway, point is, hi, my name is Bob. We're not here to kill you if you're not here to kill us. What's going on in here?
1 second. Ryan, is he wearing rusted armor?
No, it's not rusted.
Okay. Okay. Not with the fallen acolytes then. I'm assuming he is with the actual Goromites that were supposed to be here. Because
give me a perception check.
Perception.
A sense motive.
Well, I'm there too.
18.
Better than mine.
All right. With an 18, he looks like he's frightened. Not mechanically frightened, but he's scared.
Well, I mean, when you open the door and says, "What are you doing? Why are you here to kill me?" I kind of assumed, but yes. Other question. A smithy in a typical Gorham setup would be a high-ranking position? Yes, no?
Not necessarily.
Okay. But respected.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
May I have your name?
You would think he would be respected, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said he was wearing full plate. He's wearing a breastplate, not full plate. And he's got a hammer in hand. And it looks like he was working on a sword.
I would also like to attract attention to Dimitri, who asked for his name.
Who asked what?
Yes.
His name.
So we can forget it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I told him my name. It's only polite for him to tell me his.
Yep. You're not here to kill me.
No.
Right?
I told
My name
him
is-
not.
My name is Trigvi.
Trigvi. Okay. Pleasure to meet you, Trigvi. You seem to be the only sane person inside that we have met that's not dead.
Give me a diplomacy check, as he does seem agitated.
I have that at +6. Hey, that's a 19, which makes it a 25.
25.
Okay, I mean, I could roll as well, but I don't think I can match that. I mean, I can, but I don't,
You could aid if you want.
I will aid. 10.
10. What do you say that does not help?
I don't know. Nice rack.
He does have some weapons on the rack somewhere in here. doesn't he?
Yes, there are weapons on the rack.
Good.
He looks at Bob. You're really not here to kill me.
Honestly, I don't even have a weapon drawn. See?
I hide my dog slicer behind me.
That's how you weren't helping.
The Harbinger and I pop our heads through the doorway.
What the fuck? Why are there goblins in here?
We have a human with the seats right there.
Can we step further in and close the door so no murderous acolytes, former acolytes, show up?
So he moves, clears some space for you guys to come in. What are you guys doing here?
For Elder Ordwy.
Yes. My mother is one of the leaders of Osprey Cove. As a delegation from Osprey Cove, we showed up in town yesterday. The reason we showed up is because one of the Goramites had taken a boat to our town and told us a warning of some sort before dying. It looked like he had some sort of a rust spots on his body and several crossbow bolts in him. We couldn't figure out what exactly was going on, so we, with my mother, adopted mother, Elder Ordwy, came to town to find out. We were met by a sister, Wanda, on approaching town, who told us that that particular brother, who had been found dead, was being taken care of by the Goramites due to a sickness of some sort. And he had become violent and ran off before they could restrain him. We don't really think that's the story.
Are you talking about the thing that the affliction that makes them, like, causes the rusty red splotches in their skin?
Maybe.
Wait a minute.
And
Burkhan goes back outside. You guys do what you're doing. I am going to go examine the bodies of the guys over here.
You've got medicine, I don't, so I'm going to keep
I know.
walking.
You do you.
Yeah, y'all have medicine, we have diplomacy. We got this. Split the party.
Perhaps you could tell us what you know first.
What do you want to know?
First of all, is Ordwy here? Because we thought that she had been brought here.
Have you seen anybody since?
I haven't. I've been sent here. I'm not allowed to leave this room.
Okay,
When
what
is
happened?
They told me that I would be met with a dishonorable death by torture if I even tried to escape.
Okay, first of all, about a week ago, Thessalonians showed up in town. Did they come into the Citadel?
Nobody's been in here. Into my room. I don't leave here.
All right. How long ago were you told to stay in this room?
I've been in here for weeks.
Weeks? All right. Have, who gave you this order? Like, we don't actually know what your command structure is like, and we'd like to know. Right? Cinderspark? This is Gorum lore?
Does Cinderspark know what the command structure is like? Can I roll Gorum lore to show off?
You wouldn't know what the command is here.
Fine.
But, like, generally speaking, we can assume that they're militaristic and there is a command structure.
Generally speaking.
Well, we're currently speaking privately.
The people came in and they killed the faithful, the faithful to Gorum.
Mm-hmm. And then they took over the compound.
Yes.
And they told you to stay here or you would be met with the same fate.
Yes, they spared me because I'm a smith, because I can make the weapons for them.
Right.
Armor.
And did they take any of the weapons that you had ready?
Yes. I was able to hide my weapon from them.
Right, but what kind of weapons were they taking? What were you forging so we know what they might have?
Swords, sickles.
Do you know about the trap at the entrance? The one with the spikes?
Yes.
Do you know if there's a way to turn it off?
There is. It's in the guard station to the east.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
There's a wheel.
Gotcha. All right, now that we know where to find it, we'll be able to disable it. The sickness showed up when these people showed up. Yes?
Yes. Well, no, it's been here longer.
Really? Do you know how long?
It wasn't longer. It was just a little bit before.
Mm-hmm. What were you guys doing? What were they doing? You have your job. Do you know what they were doing when the sickness showed up? Were they digging anywhere?
Not that I'm aware of. This is a place of worship.
But, okay. What are they doing now? Because since they've killed all the faithful dead, and I know you said you haven't left, but have they come in and, have they mentioned anything?
No. They
Hold on.
Join them. If you didn't join them, they were gonna kill.
Where are my manners? Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Oh, here are some rations. Perhaps the diplomacy check would have been a lot lower if we started with this.
Well, just lead with chocolate next time.
All right. So yeah.
Do you think you'd get me out of here?
I
think you could save me?
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, well, I'm out.
Actually, we need your help. Since we're going into a place we've never been, we would like you to tell us anything you can about the layout of the place. Because in addition to getting you out, we definitely want to get one of the leaders of Osprey Cove out. Because if she dies here in a Gorum compound, that's going to be trouble for everybody, right?
Yes.
We definitely don't want that. So we'd like to know what else is in the compound so that as we go further in, we don't get surprised, like by the trap at the entrance.
But also, how many of them there are would be useful if you can estimate that.
Yeah, I don't know how many there are.
That's all right. That's all right. But you can tell us the layout of the place because
the rooms to the north. There's a long hallway. There's like 3-4 rooms to the north. One's the pisser. 2, one at each end. There's dueling preparation rooms for stores weapons and mannequin for armor. And there's a storage room in between them.
Okay.
Over
there.
Over to the east, there's a clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's still stairwells up to the second floor. I don't know much about the second floor.
What's this right here? The door I'm standing against. That's to the south of us, or actually, the door's on that wall I'm standing against. It's not directly behind me.
Oh, those are guard rooms to the south. The outer guard station. There's some arrow slits that look out over the courtyard.
And the one we're right next to is not the one with the wheel to reset the trap. The other one is.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And how do we get to the second floor again?
There's stairs to the north. There's stairs in the clinic. There's stairs in the guard room to the south.
So that's the one right next to us.
Yes.
Okay, and we definitely don't want to do that yet. We should probably explore the first floor fully before we do that. Okay, so for now, we want you to stay put because you're doing your job, which is what they told you to do. So you are as safe as you can be in this room. You might want to leave the compound, I understand that. But if you do that, you might cause a panic in town. And if you cause a panic in town, some townsfolk might come in here and they might get killed by the acolytes. And we definitely don't want that, right?
I just don't want to die, man.
I know. Which is why we're going to take care of all the bad people. And you just hunker down and you'll be okay, all right?
Tell you what. Okay. I'll let you hold on to Mr. Stitchy. And Cindersrock will pull up Mr. Stitchy. You can hold him. Mr. Stitchy will keep you safe. We'll be back because I'm going to want Mr. Stitchy back. I'm just letting you borrow him.
He gives you just this one eye is like squinting, the other one is raised. He's raising his eyebrow like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Now that that's kind of resolved, at least for the moment, Tad and I are going to examine the bodies. Here's what I'm looking for. Forget the crossbow injuries. The rusty spots on Brother Bertram's skin. I want to see if they have injuries. Not even injuries, but skin
discoloration.
Thank you. Skin discoloration that matches, or not even matches, but looks the same. So I don't know if you want a medicine. I don't know if you want a perception. Honestly, they're the same for me.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. Fabulous. Not great. That's a 6. So total of 9.
Yeah, you pull the armor off of them, and it looks like their skin has rusted with the rust of the armor. Like it like between the blood and moisture, you can't tell if like there's those splotches or if it's just the armor that the rust from the armor.
Okay. Tad, can you get a look? I have a suspicion here, but maybe you'll know better.
Tad will step forward and have a look. Can he make a check?
Yeah, you can roll either medicine or perception.
They are the same. 10 on the die for 15 total.
I love that.
Start rubbing away at some of the red on the skin. You know, maybe you're spitting on it to kind of see if it'll rub away. And you notice that there are some splotches of rust in the skin, rust-colored.
We never actually got to see the guy who washed up, did we?
No.
I thought we... Oh, okay.
No, it was another elder who had discovered him and then brought the news to the tavern. And then based on that news, we went out without looking.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Yeah, so we don't actually have a memory to compare it to.
And Ordway's not here, so we can't ask her either.
No, she was...
Ordway is here somewhere.
Right, but...
No. Ordway is not present here where we are right now.
Yeah.
Well, she was in the tavern with us. She wasn't the one who discovered the body. I think we've gotten everything we can out of this right now.
Yeah, I think that at this point, our next move should be turning the trap off.
Well, should we?
It is difficult terrain to pass through, and we already know what sets it off, so we would be able to escape fairly quickly with it off. As opposed to being slowed to half speed if we have to run out of here, and the spikes is still standing. I mean, I have our utmost confidence that we can totally slaughter an entire temple full of former acolytes of Gorham.
Well, would Bob be wanting to run out of here if his mom is further?
No. The idea is we grab Mom and we're running out of here because the rest of the temple is now in our heels. Because I am absolutely confident I can get to Mom, but I am not absolutely confident I can kill every single bastard in this particular place.
That's if your mom has not been infected with whatever this is.
I don't care. I'm getting Mama out. And then if I infect the entire village that I've been raised to think are weirdos, I don't care about that either.
True. But
We'll quarantine her.
She may be hostile.
Well, then we get to find out rules for non-lethal damage.
That never goes poorly at all.
Ask Mark about non-lethal damage.
Out of the blade!
I think that was that your first combat, Mark, with that character?
Yeah. I critted on non-lethal and caved someone's head in.
Yup.
Had I think 5 or 10 hit points, and he did 40 points of damage or some shit.
Oh, God. No, I did that our first session with a sap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did do that too, yeah.
Okay, maybe not to that degree, but we'll find out how to incapacitate somebody without killing them, hopefully.
All right, so which way are you guys going to go?
I think he said the eastern door out of the big hole leads to
Clinic?
Yeah.
Yep.
What? I thought that was out of the hallway. That was the clinic.
The clinic is the big room to the east, he said.
Okay. Well, is the door to the clinic trapped?
You are confident that it is not trapped.
Yeah, it's a clinic. Who trapped the door to the clinic? Cinderspark will open the door to the clinic.
All right. Cinderspark opens the door to the clinic. Go ahead. And we'll find out what's in here next week.
Yes, it was getting interesting.
I'm liking how this is progressing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Flip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.